Welcome everybody, this is a popular question. Foremost, we need the diagram. So let me draw a semicircle. Eight square units, right? And O is the center of the circle, right? And we are given that these two sides are equal. We are asked to get the area of this circle. So area, I hope this is visible, area of this circle is 8 square units. So having got that, let us move on. Now I'm going to name the figure as AB is the diameter. So AB is the diameter of the circle, center at O. So this means OA is the radii. Now this OA is also the side of triangle. Let me name this point as C, triangle ACO. Okay. Now given that AC is equal to OC, it's given. So that being said, since OA is equal to R, also OC is the radii of circle. Is it not? Clearly you can see that O is the center, right? So this is also going to be the radii. So if I take OA to be equal to A, then this means OC will also be equal to A. Okay. So if this is A, naturally these two sides are equal. So this is also going to be A. So we have A, all three sides are A. That means each of these angles are 60 degrees. So this is going to be 60, this is going to be 60, this is going to be 60. Why? This means triangle ACO is an equilateral. Equilateral triangle. Okay. I hope you're able to watch this. Okay, so that's the first observation. Now, if it is an equilateral triangle, then H is equal to, or I would say R is equal to H over 3, where R is the radii of the inscribed circle in the equilateral triangle. Inside or in the equilateral triangle. So this is a geometrical property. You have a circle inscribed inside equilateral triangle, then the radius of the circle should be equal to H over 3. Okay, where H is the height of the equilateral triangle. So this is the first property. So what is the next property? Also, since H is the height of the equilateral triangle, H is also given as H is equal to 8 times the root of 3 over 2. So I substituted here. Let me use the other side of this space. Then this means R is equal to 8 times the root of 3 over 2 divided by 3, which means R is equal to 8 times the root of 3 divided by 6. This is what you get H. I mean R. Okay. Right. So let us move on. So from here we can extract A. So A is going to be 6 times r divided by root of 3. I do not want root 3 in the denominator. I'll multiply by root 3, I divide by root 3. I get 6 times the root of 3 times r divided by 3 in root of 3 times the root of 3 will give me 3. 3 divides here 2 times, so a is equal to 2 times the root of 3r. That's a nice value. So you go over here, you have a is equal to 2 times the root of 3r, right? So you have this value for all these three sides. Okay, fair enough. Now the next step, what I wish to do is, I would like to draw a line. See, there is a tangency. The circle has a point of tangency with this line, and there is also a point of tangency with the semicircle. Now the question is, if I were to draw a line through this point of tangency, then that line would actually connect the centers of the circle by the tangent circle theorem. So let me state that if two circles have a point of tangency either internally or externally, then the line drawn through their point of tangency will pass through their centers. Okay, so why this is important, I will just tell you why this is important within a minute. So there is a hit there. Okay, now this is actually a diameter for this entire circle. Now there is another theorem. We can use another geometrical theorem. If the diameter intersects a chord, then the diameter will bisect the chord into two equal halves. So these two sides are going to be one and the same, right? These two sides are going to be same. Okay, so having given that information, now I'm going to use another theorem. So clearly this bisection is going to divide, so it's actually hit at 90 degrees. So this angle is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, I know that for sure. Okay, having got that as 90 degree, let me find out what exactly will this angle be. That is critical. Now how do I do that? Now you see here AB is a diameter, and this diameter is part of this triangle ACB. So we will use Thales theorem. By Thales theorem, if the diameter is part of the side of a triangle, then the diameter will subtend an angle of 90 degree at the circumference. Okay, so this diameter is subtending this angle. Okay, why? Because it is the side, it is one of the sides of the triangle. So this angle is 90. Already this angle is 60. So this means this angle is 30. Okay, So I have got this angle as 30, this angle is 90, 90 added with 30 is 120, and the sum of the angles of triangle is 180. So that means this angle is what? Is 60 degree. Now this is the radii, so this also is going to be the radii, right? So I take this point as D. So these two sides are one and the same, and the angle between them is 60. So if I were to connect these 2 points, then this will also be 60 degrees. So this side and this side, all of them will be same. So all of these sides will be one and the same. So these two sides are equal. This side will also be same as this side. So we will have A everywhere, right? Obviously these two are going to be A. So this entire length is going to be 2 times the root 3 times R. So this will also be 2 times the root 3 times R. Now why that is important? Of course, that is just to keep up the consistency. Okay, now we need to find out what is this entire length. What is this entire length? That is very critical. Okay, that's exactly what we are going to do next. Now clearly we know this is 90 degrees. So if we were to use the Pythagoras, so this will be AC squared plus BC squared is equal to AB squared, right? Now AC squared is A squared, and BC squared we have to get BC squared, which is equal to AB squared, right? AB squared is this entire length is A, so this entire length is also A. So A added with A is going to be 2A. So this is 2A squared, is it not? So we need BC, so let me just get BC. So BC squared is equal to 4A squared negative A squared, which is nothing but 3A squared. So this is BC squared. So BC is going to be root of 3 times A. But what is A? A is equal to what? 2 times the root of 3 times R. 2 times the root of 3 times R. So this means, as I mentioned to you, we have BC is equal to root of 3 times A, but A is 2 times the root of 3R. So BC is equal to root of 3 times 2 times root of 3 times R, which can be rewritten as 2 times the root of 3 times root of 3 times R, which is going to give me 2 times root of 3 times the root of 3 is 3 followed by R, which is going to be 6R. So BC is 6R. So this entire length is 6R. So therefore this is going to be 3R and this is going to be 3R. Now clearly we know that COD is equilateral. This is 60 and this entire angle is going to be 60. We know that. And this is also going to be 60. So if I were to consider this triangle, so let me just consider this triangle, which is D, C and E. This is 90. Now this entire length is R and R, right? So this is going to be 2R. So 2 times R, and this is 3R, small r, 3R, and this is 60 degrees. Okay, now I want to connect these two sides. So let me take tan 60. Tan 60 is opposite side divided by adjacent side. So tan 60 is opposite side is 3R and adjacent side is 2 times capital R. But tan 60 is what? Divided by cos 60. Sin 60 is root of 3 over 2. Cos 60 is 1 over 2. So tan 60 is root 3. So this is root of 3 is equal to 3 times R over 2 times R. I want to get R. So 2 times R is equal to 3R divided by root of 3. I can rewrite this as root of 3 times root of 3 times R divided by root of 3. Root of 3 gets cancelled. So you have 2 times R is equal to root of 3 times R. So you have R is equal to root of 3 over 2 times R. So this is the value we have for r. But we also know that pi r squared is equal to 8. This is given to be as 8 square units, right? 8 square units. Okay, so therefore area of this circle, this is what is required, right? Area of this circle is area of required circle is going to be pi capital R squared, which is going to be pi root of 3 over 2 times R squared, which is equal to, this is R squared, so we square it. Okay, so this is R here, I'm squaring it, so I'm going to get pi root of 3 squared is 3, and I have a R squared and I have a 2 squared. 2 squared is going to be 4. Now I can rewrite this as 3 times pi r squared divided by 4, right? So let me 3 times pi r squared divided by 4, which can be rewritten as 3 over 4 times pi r squared. So as I mentioned to you, pi r squared is what? 8 square units. So substitute that. 3 over 4 times 8, 4 divides here 2 times 3 times 2 is going to be 6 square units. So this is the required area. Required area is 6 square units. Thank you everybody. Please like, share and subscribe.